So Aymyth took all of your asteroids and lunites. Then you played the main quest and suddenly you're testing out Luuk Herssen. You're hooked. Now you're thinking maybe you also want him. Okay, fair dinkum. He floats. He casts powerful Spectro damage. He is like an angel of death on the battlefield. Plus, he is a solid and reliable husband though who can give you the emotional comfort you need whenever things don't go your way in the game, maybe even in real life. But not everyone can have him nor need him. So, I just want to look into this a bit more in this video. No doom posting, just real talk. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? AI Minion, do your thing.
Hehe, good one. Thanks, V. Before we get into it, quick shout out to today's sponsor. If you want a smarter way to stretch your lunites and asteroids without feeling like your wallet just lost a boss fight, check out my U7 buy link in the description and pinned comments and use my code VeeDizzy. They're the only top-up site that can deliver your purchase directly using only your UID and server through what they call trusted top-up. No passwords required. No manual do-it-yourself top-ups, just a smooth, worry-free process delivered straight to your account. They handle the top-up securely while you stay in control of your account. U7 Buy has been operating since 2003, and they've expanded into the gacha space with some of the most competitive top-up pricing available for Wuthering Waves, offering savings of up to 26% compared to in-game prices. They currently hold a 4.7 rating on Trustpilot, and most top-ups are completed in under 5 minutes, which means less waiting and more time actually playing. If you want cheaper top-ups while keeping your account safe, use my link in the description and pinned comments, or use my code VeeDizzy on U7 Buy. It's a practical way to save on top-ups while supporting the channel. Spend responsibly, or don't, that part is on you. Now, back to the topic. Now, let us actually talk about Luuk. Luuk is a Spectro main DPS. On paper, that sounds exciting. In practice, it also means he is walking into a category that already has strong competition. Releasing after a headliner like Aymyth does not exactly help either. But here is where Luuk gets interesting. He is simple. And in this game, simple is sometimes illegal. His entire kit revolves around building up his forte gauge through basic attacks, his resonance skill, and his intro. He generates stacks until he caps out. Then he transitions into his empowered state. Visually, it is subtle. Mechanically, it is not. His weapon swaps to that scythe, multipliers jump, and suddenly his damage spikes hard. Unlike some recent characters who require a flowchart and emotional support, Luuk's rotation is more intuitive. Build gauge, enter enhanced state, spend it aggressively, repeat. The enhanced resonance skill is the core of his damage loop. Once he is in his empowered state, his skill variants unlock and they hit considerably harder. We are talking a significant multiplier increase that makes his burst window feel meaningful instead of decorative. What makes this more interesting is that Luuk self-enables his own tune strain shifting. His standard resonance skill applies it. His enhanced versions apply it. He does not need to beg a teammate to set up his conditionals. That alone gives him serious independence. And when enemies are affected by tune strain effects, Luuk gains direct damage amplification. His kit scales off interacting with that mechanic, rewarding him for doing the thing he already wants to do. It is cohesive design, not flashy, not overloaded, just cohesive. There's also the golden rule mechanic, which is honestly one of the smoother transition tools we have seen. When teammates use their outro and Luuk swaps in, he gains a massive chunk of gauge instantly. That means he can enter his enhanced state almost immediately without awkward ramp-up. For a main DPS, that is huge quality of life. Then we have his survivability layer, reduced damage taken, resistance to interruption during key sequences, and aerial mobility. Luuk spends a surprising amount of time airborne, chaining mid-air attacks and slamming back down for burst damage. The interruption resistance makes this feel fluid instead of frustrating. Nobody wants to get swatted out of the sky mid-combo. The mid-air gameplay also gives him a unique rhythm. He can hover briefly, reposition, then commit to a heavy slam that detonates additional damage instances. It is dynamic without being mechanically exhausting. You're engaged, but you're not sweating. Now let us address the elephant in the room. Is he stronger than Aymyth? My calculations videos tell me that he won't outdamage Aymyth even at peak investment. Aymyth is absolutely a nuclear weapon, and nobody comes close to her damage numbers. If my calculations show that Aymyth on normal rotations can deal around 1.8 million, Luuk can deal around 900,000 on any normal gameplay rotation. So this means he's at the same level as Augusta. That's not entirely a bad thing. But that is not really Luuk's selling point. Luuk's selling point is accessibility.
He is easy to build. His damage profile is consistent, his team requirements are flexible. You do not need a hyper-specific sub-DPS just to unlock his potential. You can slot him into functional teams without rebuilding your entire account around him. For newer players especially, that matters more than raw ceiling. In Tower of Adversity, having a reliable, straightforward carry that does not demand luxury support can be the difference between clearing and coping. Now let us talk weapons. As a main DPS, his signature weapon obviously pushes his performance. It offers crit rate as the main stat, which is already premium, and provides attack bonuses and Spectro damage bonuses tied to basic attack damage. Since Luuk's enhanced skills are treated as basic attack damage, he benefits directly. On top of that, when he inflicts Toon Strain effects, he gains additional basic attack amplification and partial defense ignore for a short duration. Because his kit constantly applies Toon Strain, uptime on this passive is actually realistic. The synergy is tight. The weapon is clearly designed around him. But here is the twist. He does not desperately need it. The Pulsation Bracer exists. It has the same crit rate main stat and provides attack plus a sizable basic attack damage bonus when hitting enemies affected by Toon Strain, which Luuk applies on his own, so the condition is not even a condition. For a free-to-play or low-spender player, this is huge. When your standard banner option competes closely with your limited signature, that lowers the pressure significantly. Yes, the signature is stronger. No, it is not mandatory. Other 5-star gauntlets with crit stats can function, but performance will vary. If you're serious about using Luuk long-term, at minimum you want either his signature or the Pulsation Bracer. Anything below that starts to feel like compromise. So the real question becomes, why do we even need him? Spectro technically got more releases in Renascita than Glacio, yet somehow the element still feels like it has been treading water. Zani and Phoebe are monsters at high investment, but at baseline they do not exactly blow the roof off the damage charts. Meanwhile, Carlotta, who has been carrying Glacio since 2.0, continues to deliver absurd value for comparatively modest investment. She set the standard for what an elemental anchor looks like, and Jin Si simply does not eclipse that benchmark. Spectro has been waiting for its own long-term backbone, a DPS who can hold the element together for a year without demanding your entire inventory. That is where Luuk steps in. And yes, Kudo decided that backbone would be a Huspendo. So if you desperately need a reliable Spectro carry, but claim you only pull waifus, the game has handed you a character development arc. So where does that leave his overall value? Luuk might be one of the best budget-friendly main DPS releases we've had in a while. He's self-sufficient, he scales cleanly, he does not require exotic setups, he performs well in single-target scenarios, and has enough mobility to feel comfortable in most structured content. In broader AoE environments like Wuthering Waves, his effectiveness is still a bit speculative. From early impressions, his kit seems more single-target focused, but actual performance will depend on hitbox interactions and how his aerial slams connect in multi-enemy waves. We'll know for sure once he's fully tested. Now for the uncomfortable part. Should you pull him? If you're new and lacking a dependable main DPS, he's a strong candidate. If you value straightforward gameplay and do not want to micromanage 12 conditional buffs every rotation, he's appealing. If you already have a well-invested Spectro core that clears comfortably, Luuk is less urgent. He does not redefine the meta, he refines accessibility. And then there's 3.2 looming on the horizon. A quieter patch, yes, but also a potential saving window before something more disruptive arrives. Opportunity cost is real in gacha games. Pulling Luuk means delaying something else. So the answer is not universal.
Luuk is not bait. He is not broken beyond reason either. He is a cleanly designed, efficient Spectro DPS who respects your time and your resources more than most. If that sounds like what your account needs, he is absolutely worth considering. If you were chasing the next meta earthquake, you might want to hold your Lunites. As always, if this video resonated with you, please leave a like and subscribe. Ring that bell for massive gacha luck and maybe a sandwich. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in my next video drop. Goodbye.